Dealerships are lying to you about online pricing, and we need to do something about it. If you don't know, my name's Tommy. I've been in the car business most of my adult life, done sales, done finance, now I negotiate car deals. Enough about me, let's talk about online pricing. Let's talk about online pricing because this is getting out of hand. 80% of the dealerships I'm talking to are doing this. This is not a minority, this is the majority, which they're advertising really low prices. Let me give you an example. I am working a Nissan Armada deal currently in Arizona. With this dealership, all these dealerships are advertising crazy low prices. For example, one dealership is advertising $11,000 off a Nissan Armada. This seems too good to be true, to the point where you're saying, what in the world can I negotiate above and beyond this? So what I'm asking them is for a T-sheet, and they're fine with giving me that. They give me a T-sheet with all the numbers. First off, it's $11,000 off, but they're adding $6,000 of add-ons. Holy moly, that's a lot of add-ons. But then on top of it, they're requiring you to finance with Nissan, which you might say, if you know anything about the Armada, that's not a bad idea, Tommy. They have 1.99% financing. Oh, no. You don't qualify for that 1.99 financing. The only way to get this $11,000 off is if you finance with them, keep the loan for 4 months. And did I mention it was a 12% interest rate if you have perfect credit? Dealerships are using the rate. This is a problem. Yes, I understand you can refinance the loan, but dealerships are advertising these crazy prices and having these stipulations on them. On top of this, they're adding all these crazy add-ons and markups in order to manipulate the price. So you cannot trust an online price. I tell people all the time, I'm also working on Mercedes S-Class deal. And guess what? This client sent me a car. It was like $85,000 for a used one. We're really excited. I call the dealership. It has $7,000 of add-ons. And these add-ons are like, we needed to put new wheels on it. So we need to do this. Again, you're manipulating the system to the point where you can't even trust the price, and the only way to get a price is to actually call the dealership and ask them for an out-the-door price. Otherwise, nothing can be trusted. And that's how you combat this. You always ask a dealership for out-the-door price. There's so many people that contact me saying, hey, this dealership's advertising $26.99. Do you think I can negotiate? Realistically, have you asked them for an out-the-door price? Because I might advertise as $26,999, but realistically, it's probably $32,000 because that's what dealerships are doing. So again, we combat this by asking out-the-door price and removing these add-ons. But this is getting difficult for normal consumers to figure out what to pay for a car. If you want to know how you combat this, you just need to be upfront. I told this dealership straight up, there is no way I am paying a 12% interest rate on this car. I am telling them that realistically, and this is another thing that they try to do to manipulate the system, is they say, well, you don't qualify for the rebates if you don't finance with the standard rates. If you try to do the 1.99%, you lose $3,000 in rebates. If you just go onto the Nissan's website, you can easily see that's not true. And then I have to call out the dealership and tell them, hey, look at your website, here's the terms and conditions, I still qualify for those rebates. So is it the discount of the car or is the rebates I lose? And then they have to backtrack and say, whoa, it's actually a discount. I'm not gonna show all the text message threads. If you guys want me to, I certainly can. But realistically, this dealership just kind of kept backtracking and lying to the point where once I figured out that I was doing 1.99% financing, they only gave me a $4,000 discount on the car, including $3,000 of rebates. So this dealership wasn't willing to discount. Now, I got better deals from my other places, but if this was the only dealership you contacted, this would have been the experience. Signing a 12% rate or overpaying for the vehicle and being lied to along the way. It is so hard for you to know all the information. Not everybody knows what rebates are qualified for. And again, if you're told by a salesperson you don't qualify for these rebates if you don't finance, you don't know any better, guess what? You're probably just gonna believe them because they're the expert. And this is getting ridiculous. And this is why I started the business that I did. And I'm so passionate about it. It is not about saving money. Realistically, anybody can save money with enough time and energy. But realistically, people need somebody they can trust. I have no reason to lie to my clients. You pay me an upfront fee, and guess what? I work for you. I'm giving you advice, and there is no reason for me to sell you one car or another, or lie to you about a fee or do anything along those lines. It is so deceitful, and it's just dishonest, and I know there's plenty of good salespeople out there, but when the majority of dealerships are doing this, GMs, owners, they need to figure this stuff out, and they need to find a better way, because the answer isn't lying to people. And you might say, well, Tommy, there's one-price dealerships that are doing this honest. You know what? Half of those guys are liars too. So I know this is a rant session. I know that I'm complaining, but realistically, I am so passionate about this. I want to reinvent the way we buy a car. And people might have an answer with Carvana and CarMax and Tesla. And people might have an answer with no haggle dealerships. And people might have a million different answers. I believe my answer is the best way, which is having somebody that has your back, because people like having that salesperson experience. But realistically, most of them suck. I'm sorry. Realistically, people don't last in the car industry long enough to make it matter. So this is what I have for you guys. I know this is a rant session, but online pricing is bullshit. That's what it is. And I've been dealing with this deal all day just to get carried around. I ended up getting a great deal for my client. I'm going to call them after this phone call just so I can tell them, but don't trust online pricing. Just run away with it. That's what I have to say, because like videos like this, like, follow, subscribe. I appreciate you guys letting me go through the rant session. I feel much better. Thank you. Have a great day.